Hello, hello, and welcome back as I once again lay my hand on a hot stove down in the scurrilous subterranean sumps of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. You win, Darkest Dungeon, you win. Perfidious Pete has learned his lesson. I know you kept yelling at me and telling me not to take an afflicted trooper down into the dungeon, but did I listen? Of course I didn't listen. I'm an idiot. I never listen. I'm like a truculent toddler convinced that the heating coil couldn't possibly be that dangerous. What does mommy know? She's only an adult. So I just kept reaching for that forbidden fruit until finally you got tired of slapping my hand away from the pain and just let me learn the hard way. And you know what? You were right to do it, Darkest Dungeon. You were right to do it. Sure, I got 4th degree burns and the skin grafts are going to cost a fortune, but hey, those hideous scars, those are a lesson I'll never forget. So, yeah. That's it. No more afflicted troopers going into dungeons. It doesn't matter how much stress relief the team is sporting. It doesn't work. It's like the Democratic National Convention pulling every string they could to ensure that Hillary got the nomination. It seemed like a good idea at the time, and it probably should have worked. It just didn't. Instead, it turned out to be a monstrous, catastrophic mistake, and now we're all stuck dealing with the consequences of that mistake. But I suppose, at least we didn't Debbie Wasserman Schultz it and completely tank the entire run. I had the brains to cut my losses early instead of trying to ride out the nosedive, and all it's going to cost me is a little bit of cash. We're going to pay for some stress relief for Dwayne Hicks, we're going to pay some stress relief from Shane, we're going to pay for some stress relief for Padme, and probably we're going to wind up paying for some stress relief for Maud Flanders as well, or rather we already did because it looks like Maud is drinking. It's going to cost us. We got to pay. Yeah, that's it. We paying our dues. But hey, we're getting double things. One, because it didn't cost us as much as we made. We did manage to find a secret room and pull 15,000 in cash out of that dungeon before we had to run away. And we also got a job well done here, so we're going to get a free armor upgrade. The trick there is just deciding who best to give it to. I don't suppose we can upgrade like beyond what we should be entitled to upgrade, can we? That's probably just insanity. Yeah, and we only get armor, so we can only take armor up to 3. We definitely don't want to use any of our deeds to lower the cost. We need to get armor smithing to 4. So we can upgrade somebody who is not at a 3 to a 3, or somebody who's at a 2 to a 3. We should probably upgrade a 2 to a 3 because that's going to be the most cost effective. And it looks like that's going to be Sophia then. So we're going to grab you. No, we're not even in the right building, Pete. There we go. Let's go ahead and get your armor upgrade because it's free. And you know what? While we're at it, hell, let's just go ahead and do your, might as well do your weapon too. And now we got to try and figure out what the hell we're going to do this week. We've got our team that we sort of want to be our ace team in the... I mean, they're cool in their heels. And we don't really have anybody to fill in for this team unless we wanted to take a very stressed out Hoban Washburn into the dungeon. And I kind of don't. I mean, he's not afflicted, but he is really stressed. Also, Wash, you could really use some weapon and armor upgrade yourself here, buddy. You're sporting some trash gear there. It's real bad. What about your skills? They're right, aren't they? Okay, your skills are good. It's just your gear was trash. So let's try and go down here and figure out what we can get away with doing this week. You want me to kill the necromancer? You know what? For a restraining padlock? No, it's not worth it. We could get a bright tambourine. Minus 25% stress if torchlight is high. Big stress penalty if torch is low. And we get extra stress healed. That's pretty good. It also gives us a town event, fresh air in the tunnels. And 6 deeds, which we desperately need. I kind of feel like maybe that's probably our winner. I hate going back into the war and... Oh, the wounding helmet's real good, though. It's real good. It's a long veteran mission. Do we even have a team that has a chance of pulling that off? For a long mission, we would need stress relief of some variety. We'd need stress relief. We'd need turbo heals. We could go... that's the problem. That's where we're coming up short. On a long dungeon, we're going to need some kind of healing, and we just do not have adequate heals to get the job done. Yeah, we have effectively no heals, because Maud... No, we got... Yeah, Dwayne's a little worried. We don't really have a healer for that. Animalistic shrines. Can we do... I don't even know if we could do the medium veteran dungeon. We could rely on camping to help get us through it, but what team would we send in? We don't have a team that even has a healer. Now, we're going to have to do something a little less aggressive in order to try and kill some... Now, here's an interesting bit of cheese. A wounding helmet to kill the brigand 8-pounder. It's also 6 deeds. Do we have a team that could take out the 8-pounder? Nope, we sure don't. All of our guys all suck. I don't want to be doing these low-level missions. I want to go do more powerful missions, but the team we need to do the more powerful missions, they're all sidelined. 100% of room battles in a medium. The Crusaders, I mean, the Knights, that's the most... Okay, there's 5 deeds. So I'm looking at all of these. All these missions actually suck. What's this town event? Fresh air in the tunnels? I don't remember. I really want to do one of these two, but you know what? No. I think we're probably... Wash, would you just fuck off? I think we just go for the 5 deeds, the 4,500 gold, and a Paralyzer's Crest, which it is Crusader only and is objectively bad because I'm not a fan of the Crusader stun skills. But it does give us a chance to at least get into the dungeon and try to get some EXP. So I think we'll grab Jack Dawson here. Grab old Russell Franklin. Do we want to roll with Russell Franklin, or would we rather have, like, maybe Rita Morgan? I kind of want to take Bradshaw, too. And I kind of want to take Sophie. Okay. Totally different paradigm, then. Here's what we're going to do. Nick Bradshaw, front rank. Jack Dawson, backing him up in a 2-hole. Who's in the 3-hole? I think we need Rita Morgan, because I really wouldn't mind getting another Vestal leveled up and ready to go. Now what we need is like a dedicated damage dealer, and this is a good opportunity for Sophia to not only cure her disease, because she is rocking a tapeworm here. You can cure that with your own ability, though, right? You have Snuff Box? Yes, okay, good. You have Snuff Box, so you can get rid of a disease. Are your skills appropriate? Nah, sort of, but not quite. Let's fix this. So what we're going to be wanting to do here, we're going to set up the solo finale, Battle Ballad, Inspiring Tune. Try to get off early and then get to the back ranks. Meanwhile, we'll let our boy here, Jack Dawson, Apprentice Leper, fill in the gaps. We should up... Everybody's at least level 1. Let's make sure our skills are equipped and also that our equipment is as good as it can possibly be. All right, you're actually good. What about skills, Dawson? Okay, Dawson's got the skills. Bradshaw, you got the skills. You got the skills. All right, where's my girl, Rita Morgan? Does Rita Morgan have the skills? Saha, Rita Morgan does not have the skills. We need to get her the skills. And now we can pay them bills. Let's check armor, though. We should do all armor and weapons while we're at it. Pete, are you really going to spend money on these troopers to buff them up, even though it's possible they may never come back from this adventure? That's possible, but I think it's pretty unlikely. This is just a medium-length dungeon. We're not looking at any kind of overwhelming opposition here. We're going to be fine. And also, we didn't even really spend that much money. Money is sort of the one thing, strangely enough, that we have an abundance of. Choose you for the next expedition. I'm sorry, Trinity. You're going to have to keep working on the scorpion kick. I just don't feel like you've got that move perfected. And I can't film your scenes until you have perfected the scorpion kick. Otherwise, then I got to fix it in post. We got to do CGI. It's really expensive. Just keep working with the fight master until you get it down. It's fine. We're not in a rush. We got time. So let's unequip all of our trinkets here. It's not like we're on a shooting schedule or anything. And we are going into the Warrens, which is going to be mostly... Wait a minute. We are going into... No, we're actually going into the ruins. Sorry. All right. So it's going to be mostly unholy. I was considering equipping for Eldritch, but we're not going to see a lot of Eldritch in there. We want to get our Jester some damage. That Bright Tambourine would have been nice, but it's just not going to happen. Do we have any other... We don't have any, like, Jester-only trinkets, do we? Well, we got Jester Dice, which is accuracy and dodge. I don't hate that. What I'd really like to do is just give you Dismas's Head. It lowers your max HP, though, which is bad. You get bonus healing received, bonus stress healed, and bonus stress. What if we just gave you... I want you to be able to get off one really powerful finale or solo to start every fight. So you know what? I am going to give you Dismas's Head. Take Dismas's Head and the Ancestor Scroll. That's got you sorted. You can then fix your own problems later. Now, what do we need? Again, here, we're just looking for bonus damage. I think we go Damage Stone. I'd love to go just double Damage Stone, but we can't do that anymore. So let's go Warrior's Cap Damage. Oh, we have a Leper's Armlet, don't we? Yeah, we do. This only works if we're in position 1, but you're going to be in position 1 a good deal of the time. So let's swap that out. We're stacking for damage, not accuracy on you. Speaking of damage here, don't we have another damage stone? I thought we had another damage stone. Guess not. That's okay, though. We've got some pretty decent grave robber trinket. Let's just crank your... dodge to the limit, then, and it's a sacred scroll and Junia's head. For Rita Morgan! That's the team. Let's provision. We're good to go. Medium length dungeon. I think we'll take... let's go with 2 stacks of food, just out of an abundance of caution. 2 full stacks. We're going to grab 3 shovels. We got plenty of medicinal herbs. Let's grab 2 anti-venoms, 1 bandage, 1 key, 1 holy water, because we are going into the ruins. Take 14 torches, and Inzy-Winzy, off we go. Okay, fine. We'll take 1 extra torch then. Or 1 torch, not in. I took 13 torches, Pete. Learn basic math. 8 plus 5 is 13, Pete. 8 and 5 is 13. Group them into 10s like they teach kids nowadays. It's not add them together and carry the 1. Group the 10, take 10 ones and group them into 1 10 and then move the column. Really, it's the same thing. I don't understand why. I think a lot of parents who are really upset by the new math. They're like people at work talking about this, like, oh, it's group 10 ones into a group of 10s. And I'm like, well, that's effectively what you're doing with carry the 1, you assholes. It's the same thing. It's just a different term for it. Just because it's not the way you did it when you were a kid doesn't mean it's bad or wrong. It's just, it's the same thing expressed a different way. Show a little flexibility, Mom. Let's check this out. Pack's already been looted. Well, it would have been nice to find a map, maybe get a little early scout, but instead we're going to walk face first into a trap, which we were fortunate enough to dodge. We'll burn 1 of our torches here and into this room. We should be able to get a 1-shot kill in our first fight with our Jester. So we have to complete 100% of room battles. This dungeon layout is a little disagreeable for that, but if we do it properly, we're only going to actually have to backtrack just 1 room. So we're going to grab this unburned torch and fix it being unburned immediately by burning it. And another empty room. Okay, and we got the scout. If there's no fighting over here as far as room battles go, yeah, we're skipping that shit then. We are missing a battle in a hallway and a curio, but I don't care. Hunger prompt. We got plenty of food. It is important to note that our grave robber is eating 2 food because she does currently have a tapeworm. She's eating for 2, and not because, you know, Jack Dawson gave her the what for in the back of that car down in steerage. No, it's a tapeworm. Jack Dawson only wishes he'd got an opportunity to give her the what for in that car down in steerage. Actually, that's weird because Sophia was like a little girl. You know what, Jack Dawson? You're a scumbag. Getting a real kind of Jared Fogle vibe off of you, and I gotta say, I'm not cool with it. So our light level's real low. Burn a couple torches. That's gonna take us up over the minimum light threshold, and we're just gonna sort of zigzag pattern this all the way to the end. Okay, we've got room battles in both locations here, so I say we go up, over, and down, and maybe we can catch another scout on the way that'll give us an idea of which of these rooms, if any, we can skip. If there are promising curios, we won't even go out of our way to skip them either. Pete, you could camp now. I could, but we're picking up stress as we move. And it seems like conserving the stress relief for a little later in the day might be the smart thing to do. We also did not get our speed roll. But this is okay. We'll do the flashing daggers, we can soften this guy up, and then we can go for the finale and maybe kill this guy before he gets a chance to go. Okay, here comes the coral. Actually, our Jester is not doing well here in the speed department. You're supposed to be going first, dog. So Bradshaw with the kill, a little bit of self-stress relief. He has given himself a monstrous debuff, but this is fine. We'll just go ahead and drop the bolt of lightning. Do you really think you're going to kill a zombie with an axe? Sophia is a full-fledged zombie now. It takes more than an axe to kill her. Now, you got to shoot her in the brain or something. That's the only way this works. 4 stress, you have 5 stress, you have 3. Well, guess you better get rid of your own then, Bradshaw. Great balls of fire, says Goose. And somewhere Meg Ryan puts her head in her hand and weeps softly. Take all of the things. Do I want to use a key on this? No, absolutely not, because we need that key for the secret room. If we can find a secret room, that's like 15,000 in cash and prizes. We want to make sure we get our grubby little mitts on that. So we could go here, fight a hallway battle, and then go over. Or we could go straight over. You know what? The better path is straight over and then down. And then if we need to, we can always backtrack. Who's got our best trap reduction? 110%. We could have gone for some, like, cheap opportunity for stress relief there for our Jester, but it seems like a bad value proposition. Let's just take the slam dunk. Who do we want to get a buff? I'm thinking Jack Dawson. And can't we use holy water? We already used our holy water. Well, just touch it then. Got a buff. Bonus damage until camp. Well, we're damn sure not camping now. Extra 20% damage on our leper. That's a palpable amount of damage, actually. Gonna go down to 72. Let's just burn that back up. We are getting a little low on torches here. These extra long hallways are kind of sapping our torchlight a bit. And there's our secret room. Oh, this is perfect. So we go over, we go down, we hit the secret room, and we hit this and just hope that this is our last room battle, and we will be sitting pretty. Stashed heirlooms in a crate. I'll take them. Any heirlooms we can get our hands on right now are good heirlooms. And we can max our light level here, or we could get a shitload of gold. I'm going to opt for the shitload of gold method. And by shitload of gold, I mean, you know, like a modest amount of gold. It's not a shitload. It's more like, you know, it's like a fart load. It's not, you didn't quite make it to the shit stage. Also, we are out of position. We could have won a speed roll with our Jester and had that man be dead right now, and instead we kind of fucked it up. Let's just go for the battle ballad and hope that he's only going to be able to hit us with one stress attack because I'm an idiot. Nice dodge from Sophia. Comes the Eldritch Pull. Pull me to the front. I don't care. Nope. Okay. 4 damage for Sophia. No big deal. We can undo all of that. And instead, I think we're going to try and soften this gentleman up a little bit and see if we can't maybe make some flashing daggers work for us. Axe Blade. The sweet dodge. Sophia's got some dank dodging going on. Should have called this dankest dodges. I think we definitely go for here. There's what we were looking for right there. The extra damage on this guy and the kill. Give me that bonus crit, though. More speed, more crit. Jack Dawson with the double KO, and all that's left is one quarrelsome little bandit who's going to suck on a bolt of lightning, shoot somebody in the heart, and then inevitably get killed by our grave robber. Didn't even get the heart shot off. You dead, son? As the fiend falls, there we go. All right, we got a bonus key. You know what? Hey, bonus key is useful. Also, restore party order, because I want to be able to take advantage. Do we have to go down this way? Of course we do. Okay. We will use one key, take the hidden compartment. 750 gold and 2 busts is all we got. That doesn't really seem worth the key. Don't touch books, anybody. Books are bad. You have an 80% trap disarm, but you also have no stress. The only person with stress is actually our Vestal. Let's just take the slam dunk so we don't actually walk on it then. And we're full scouted for the rest of the dungeon. I mean, we know where all of the bodies are buried now. Let's burn 2 of our remaining torches. Gets us back to 88. We know we got a room battle in here. Not much of a battle. I mean, it's a battle for certain values of battle. 6 damage should be enough to soften us up that our finale can get this guy dead if we can beat anyone on a speed roll ever. So far, you know, no, we can't. Well, we're gonna get one now. Yeah, you're dead, and critical dead. Truly amusing. I laugh at your pathetic fates. And then Jack Dawson hews you all in half. Let's do a little group heal here. Everybody's just a tiny bit beaten up. And knife to the heart. 11 damage. Didn't quite get us there, but it got real close. Another tempting goblet. Okay, Rita Morgan, we're going to do some stress relief on you then. Let's inspire you with a jaunty tune. We're still down to 27, though, which is more than I like. We don't need no stinking purge to clear those corpses. And I'm not taking another stress attack from this guy in an effort to get some stress relief. I'm just going to kill him. Evasion incense, bonus 8 dodge, -1 speed. It's worth some money, so you know what we'll do? Let's clear that debuff with those medicinal herbs, pick up the incense, and go on about our business. We have to hit the secret room. The secret room is not negotiable. We want this cash. You know what? We're going to come back to the secret room. We know where it's at, but I have a little bit of a plan here. Take this stack of books. And we got thick-blooded, which is okay. Here, just also touch this decorative urn. Sentimental gifts are hidden inside. We'll take them. That torch is shockingly useful for us, actually. This bandage is going on the floor. Grab that onyx instead. We're going to fight this fight at 78 light. I'm going to fight this fight at 78 light. And then we're going to circle back. Okay. We also got surprised. These guys, if we had been in the proper position, would be in for a world of hurt. But since we are not in the proper position, we're probably going to take a little bit of Dukas on us. That's okay. It's mostly stress. It's not really going to kill anybody. We already have one member of their team down. One other member is half dead. Rita Morgan with the one-shot KO critical. That's pretty awesome. Jack Dawson's going to take a little stress. I'm not worried. And for the old god, Sophia's not having any of it. You can't bleed a zombie, dog. They're as bled as they're ever going to get. There's the follow-up kill for Sophia. Let's do a little stress relief here on Rita Morgan. And then we're probably just going to have Jack Dawson chop this guy into chunklets. Okay, you know what? It's a good shot. I'll give it to you. You know what? You earned that one. One good shot. You got in one good shot. I hope you enjoyed it, because this is the last shot you're ever going to get, fucker. You got annihilated. That 300 gold. No one is debuffed, so medicinal herbs do nothing. This debuff stone we have like 9 of, and at this point I'm not even sure it's worth hauling out of the dungeon to sell. We do have a holy water. Are we really going to need 12 food between here and the end of the dungeon? It seems fairly unlikely, but it seems less likely that we'll need anti-venom. I might as well take the trinket because we can sell it. Altar's purpose is purely decorative. Yeah, you know, I always put my weird tentacle altars out there. People come over and I'll be like, hey, did you see the new tentacle altar put out there? Looks real good. Yeah, I mean, no, it's not like I set up a throne to Baal or anything. It's just, it's merely decorative. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. Not worshiping the devil or nothing like that. Just, you know, it's, I just like the way it looks. The squidgy tentacles, I think, really bring a lot to the room. They add something to the decor. Something that says, hey, I'm really into Japanese anime. At this point, can't you just say anime? I think it's just implied. Double kill for Jack Dawson. Speaking of implied, we have implied that these guys are dead. Pick to the face and finished. 750 gold, which we cannot carry. We're a little overloaded with stuff. Do we need these shovels? We have literally no use for these shovels. All right. So long, shovels. 750 gold is better than you. Pete, why don't you get rid of that key? Because we need that key, dog. We got the secret room in here. This is what keys are for. So what are we going to do? First thing we're going to do, we're going to camp. 1, because we got to make inventory space. And 2, because we could use the stress relief. I mean, sort of. Sophia, first thing I want you to do, hit the snuff box and get rid of your own tapeworm. And you have prevent nighttime ambush thing, right? No, you do not. You could pray, but we don't really need stress relief. You could let down the mask and give everybody 5. You know what? Yeah, do that. How much stress do you have? You have 1. Never mind. That would be taking a we'd actually be taking a net loss if we did that. So we could gallows humor. Gives you 20% stress, and no, because again, only a standard chance for net loss there. We might as well pilfer, which we're probably going to wind up throwing that on the floor. Let's bless somebody with accuracy and dodge. I guess we'll go on a leper. We still have 6 time left. We could Tiger's Eye, 10% accuracy, 5% crit. Hell yeah. Let's get the buffs rocking here, and we could turn back time. Minus 30 stress for 1 person, and if you're afflicted, minus 15 stress. It only takes 3 time, which is basically what we have left. Although, given our stress level, I think we might be better to give somebody stress resistance. And I think that somebody who gets the pep talk actually should be our jester. If he gets hit with 1 stress attack, he's going to take a lot. Can we do anything with our 1 remaining time? Nope. Okay. Let's just rest then. Coping well, you feel strong and powerful. Straight backed as a royal guard, and nothing for it now. We've run out of wood.
as the like gains purchase.
What are you saying, Nick Bradshaw? Are you saying that Meg Ryan doesn't do it for you anymore? That she doesn't quite give you wood the way she once did because, you know, she tortured her face? She used to be cute as a little button nose and whatnot, and now she just sort of looks like a caricature of herself. She's all angles and planes. 15,000 gold, by the way. I'm just going to completely gloss over the fact that we did just pick up 15,000 gold in a single sitting. That's a shit ton of gold. With the new updated puzzling trapezohedrons and our ability to find secret rooms, well, I regret throwing those shovels on the floor. Doubly regret it now, although really all it cost us is 3 stress, so it's not, I guess, not really that big of a deal in the long run. Let's go for the insta-gib here, Bradshaw. Still can't get it done. I don't necessarily hate that our grave robber is beating Bradshaw to the punch, because it gives her an opportunity to set him up for the guaranteed kill with the finale. If we had just hit that guy straight off with the finale, that attack maybe doesn't get the job done. But with the nice little setup bump there, we have no trouble closing him down. Take a little bit of damage here. All right, stop picking on Bradshaw back there. You guys gotta fucking die. I'm taking any more crap from you. Jack Dawson getting some work done. Rita, you better get some big healing done on our boy Nick Bradshaw back there, because he's real banged up. He's banged up, Pete. Was that a joke about the fact that his head got bounced off the bottom of that canopy and his brains got splattered all over? Well, I mean, not directly, but if you want to credit me with that joke that happened totally by accident, I'll take the credit. I'd rather be lucky than good. A little bit of aggregate damage. Nothing we can't handle. I'm just going to go ahead and purge here. Ditch these corpses, bring this worthless chump stain to the front where he can't really do anything. Throw a little bit of a group heal so we can undo the damage we took from that blanket fire. Soften you up with the pick to the face, which means Dawson can finish you off whenever he damn well pleases. We'll go for the inspiring tune on Rita Morgan. Get rid of all of our stress. This is stress-free, baby. And Sophia is not having any of your shit. Give me a big heal here on Bradshaw. And feel free to bifurcate this dude. There you go. Chop them right in half. Gold, trinkets, valuables. All of these things are fantastic. I'm loving it. This dungeon is looking real good. We made a king's ransom, and also we got a chance to walk out of here stress-free. It'd be a better chance if I ever remembered to fucking move my jester back to the front right. Just one time if I could remember that. It'd be so much better. And now instead, what are we going to do? We'll probably just have him sit back and undo that stress. He's got stress resistance, though. A Ren for the old gods. All right, the enemy got off pretty good there, and that every single one of the attacks that they tried all connected. So let's get rid of this. We'll grind your stress down a little bit. I was hoping for the double kill there. Didn't quite make it. No more stress out of you. I'm going to give you a maximum of 1 more stress attack unless this bone rabble criticals us. Which he did not. Suck it, rabble. Alright, we'll grind my own stress. There we go. And look at this. We're once again stress-free. Knife to the heart, though. Critical? Nah. It would have been a thing of beauty. Okay, stressful incantation for Jack Dawson, Leper. It's going to take 15 out of that. Let's kill this bone rabble and not give him another chance to get off on us. Another chance to get off on you, Pete? What is he? You think? I mean, okay. He's a skeleton. He doesn't really have a penis. I suppose he couldn't really jerk off on us. That's sort of the implication I was making. But a skeleton is unlikely to be able to successfully negotiate those particular troubled waters. We're going to walk out of here with 4 plus whatever this guy hits us with. All right. You know what? Screw it. I was hoping we could get a critical on the heal there. Dawson still has an action, but one of his actions is heal his own stress. I'm going to do that. Because I think our grave robber is going to beat this guy. That's exactly what happened. I knew Sophia had it in her. I want these busts.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Last torch goes away. Pick up the bust. Dungeon complete. There's no reason to continue adventuring here. Let's just get the hell out of Dodge. What could we theoretically pick up? We could backtrack, take a shitload of stress, and get a curio. Absolutely not worth it. It's probably just an empty box or some books that it's outlawed to read anyway. We live in Fahrenheit 451 here. You don't read ever. Look at this cash, though. 27,000 for a medium length, low level dungeon. Those puzzling trapezohedrons, man. Whew. Since they upped their value, they are a fantastic buy. So you're bloodthirsty, but you also got Manslayer, which is pretty good. Everybody else just came out with some EXP. I love seeing the blanks. I'll take this every time. I love it when my troopers get nothing in a dungeon. As far as quirks and diseases and whatnot go, I'll take nothing 10 out of 10 times.
You will know the tragic extent.
So Mod recovered 45 stress, engaged in flagellation, not only recovered 65 stress, but got rid of his affliction as well, so Dwayne Hicks is no longer paranoid. Shane got rid of his wasting sickness, Padme got rid of the fits, and we got a few levels up as well. Shane is still afflicted, though. We don't really care about Shane being afflicted necessarily. We'll put him in for stress relief because I actually don't really like Highwayman that much. You are not allowed to gamble. Is there anything else? No. Intense craving for alcohol. Oh, well, if he's a dyspomaniac then, and he needs stress relief, let's go get him shit-faced. Oh, Pete, you're enabling a drinker with this problem. Way to be. Yeah, I know. I'm going to let him codepend all over me. What can I say? I just kind of can't help myself. We do not quite have enough deeds to get our next upgrade, but we got to be close, right? So the blacksmith, we need 35 crests and 32 deeds. What if we trade busts, which we're not really using for much of anything, right? Do we need busts to upgrade like the guild? I know we need portraits to upgrade. No, it's crests for the guild too. We really need crests worse than anything. All right, let's get rid of some of these busts. I'm going to turn them into deeds first, actually. So, bust to deeds. What's the trade ratio here? 3 to 2? 3 to 2. That's pretty good. So, how many do we need? We need 32. We got to go one more. So, 14. Let's make this trade. And then we should be able to upgrade our blacksmith with that, correct? You want to go away, heirloom thing? Thank you. Yes, we can. Armor smithing is now up to level 4. That's beautiful. We are completely out of crests, however. Stagecoach, what do we need to get you? We need to get our stagecoach network up to 5 heroes, which means we need 16 deeds and 15 more crests. That's... Actually, we need to get our instructor mastery to level 3, and we can get experienced recruits level 2. So what do we need for our instructor mastery to go up 1? Really, we just need crests at this point. A ton of crests. All right, well... That's a good position to be in. All we need is crests. Also, you know what else I want to do before we wrap this episode up? Let's hit the Nomad wagon and get rid of some of our, like, duplicate trinkets, because we got a bunch of duplicates here. So we're going to buy rarity. I don't want to sell, like, we got 2 of these debuff amulets that we're never going to use. You're gone. Not that we really are strapped for cash or anything right now. We're sort of... Yep, get rid of you. We have 3 sly arm... Okay, I mean, that's a lot of eye patches. A lot of people missing an eye around this amulet. This is in the land of one eye. It's effectively here. They say in the land, you know, of the blind, the man with one eye is king. But in this land, the man with one eye is king because he always has ample eye patches. Getting rid of that protection stone. And maybe with this fat loot we've got, we should maybe start looking into maybe buying a few trinkets. Bonus disease resist and bonus bleed chance seem not that fantastic. I don't want to spend crest to upgrade either the wagon size or the merchant network. Was there anybody on the stagecoach worth recruiting? I mean, we're full, so no, because there's no one who is leveled up. We're never going to recruit a level 0 trooper ever again. Be like, Pete, should you recruit anybody? Well, if the need arises, we could always fire Sybil Branson because antiquarians are really only sort of useful for finding loot, and it's not like we need cash at the moment since we're sitting on fat stacks. We got stacks on stacks on stacks like a Taiga song up in here. Let's wrap it up then. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support really does mean a lot. And if you'd like to hear more about Taiga's stacks on stacks on stacks, which I assume he was like stacks on racks on stacks. Was he like piling money on a stripper? Is that what that song is about? That's what I think it's about. If you want to hear more about that, though, I might consider subscribing as well. My rap genius interpretations aside, I post new episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll genius you again soon.